Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebartogo.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we talk about the fact this show is the biggest thing to ever happen in bourbon.
Yes, this episode.
On June 12th.
It is.
It's huge.
Let's go, baby.
Huge. My name is Miss Becca Sue. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, as well as our special guests, Ryan Thompson, Lucatero, and Tim Swyatt.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Humble.
Wow.
Steve. Humble.
Oh, yes.
June 12th.
So
history making.
Just to frame this out real quick for the audience, I've been working on a book for more than a decade of important dates in bourbon history, and I'll sometimes it'll be a research project where I'm actively working on, like looking up important people from the world of bourbon and putting their dates of birth and death, and then other times it'll be if I can find out the date a distillery started on. I try to put together all these, and I have most dates covered. And I was looking at this, I was like, I couldn't come up with a show idea for this one, so I look up June 12th, and I was like, that's one of the few dates I don't have. So this show, not the Bourbon Daily, not the show itself, but this episode is probably the biggest thing that ever happened in the 280 plus years that bourbon has been a thing in this country. This is the biggest thing that has ever happened, this particular show dedicated
I
to
would
it.
like for you to look up the other shows that came out on June 12th and see if there was any significantly important
Well, we're going to make it epic, because this is live.
If this one's not, I'd like to know if any of the other shows that we recorded that came out on June 12th were actually, because we've had some doozies out there.
Well, sure.
I
haven't done that sort of research. I'm just assuming that we're going to be so good, it'll be like, whoa, this was the best show that we ever did on June 12th. And this is the most exciting thing that's ever happened in bourbon on June 12th.
I think it's incumbent upon all of us to make it the most epic.
We got to step up our game here, folks, because we could live in infamy at this point forward. People down the road, 200 years from now, they'll be like, remember June 12th, 2026, when they dropped that episode? My God, that was big for the world of bourbon. So we're gonna try to step up our game. We'll get to that after the break. But for right now, Becca said there's something she want to talk about. What is that, Becca?
So I'll start off with a little story of what happened to me today.
Okay.
So Chelsea is coming. She'll coming here tomorrow. She arrives tomorrow on a plane.
Oh, what time does Gokin arrive?
Hopefully never. The door is locked. He doesn't know the code to get in.
Okay.
So Chelsea's going to be here tomorrow, and so I really detest a house being clean or dirty. When you have people over. My mind is always baffled when I go to you go to someone's house.
Go to my house.
Dirty.
Yeah.
I'm like, how's your house dirty when you knew I was coming here?
Hopefully my house isn't dirty, but it's cluttered.
That's a different thing. Clutter and dirty, dirty.
It's not going to be cluttered much longer. When I retire, if you come over and it's cluttered,
going.
Yeah, it's all going.
So
right now, it's cluttered.
I was having a really good just OCD cleaning day today. And I was like, you guys are men, so maybe you don't understand this, but when I was cleaning, it was just like, all like the most random stuff that I was cleaning, and it was like, oh my God, that I never even looked at that before. I should probably clean that. Boy, I've never even cleaned that. I should probably clean that. And I'm just cleaning all these things. And I was in the shower, trying to clean the shower, like scrubbing that. And it was Royce's shower.
Okay. Whoa, there you go.
So I'm cleaning that shower, and I found some puke on the wall.
Oh, God.
Which was gross.
Is that from Justine?
No. Regardless of that, so I do like to clean.
She gets strung into this. I don't know.
I do like to clean with vinegar sometimes, because vinegar is actually great. It's cheap. It's really good to clean with.
Okay.
I was cleaning with vinegar.
I clean a lot with Everclear.
It
do.
also works.
I'm not kidding.
Also works.
Yeah.
And so I'm cleaning with this vinegar, and god dang, this puke won't come off the wall.
Oh, Jesus.
And so I grab a different kind of cleaning solution. I spray it on there, and I kind of sprayed it, and I sprayed it on some other spots where I just sprayed some vinegar. And within the first 10 sprays of me spraying it, I went, oh no, I just fucked up. Because if you know anything about mixing chemicals, if you mix bleach with vinegar,
oh God,
you create, I think, ammonia gas.
Yes, correct.
But a very dangerous, drop dead kind of gas is what you create when you.
You're not dead, are you? You're alive.
I'm a ghost, actually. That's why I'm up here. Can't you tell?
I was about to say, you're a little hazy going on right now. There's like an aura around you.
There is an aura.
Yeah, and I right when I sprayed it like really quick, like 10 times, and I went. I took right when I did it, I took a small sniff, and I was like, oh no, this is bad. Luckily I had the window open in the shower, and the water was on because I was rinsing stuff off, and so I hopped out, I grabbed the shower head and got behind the door and just started rinsing off the walls as quick, like from behind the door, because I was like, I have created a death gas.
Hazmat situation.
Yes.
Yeah, I literally, but it was bad. And I just want to know if you guys have ever almost accidentally killed yourselves in a stupid manner. Not just you falling through the roof, Steve.
Yeah, that
like
was
something where you're like, you get done with it and you go, oh boy, that was really dumb. And I did know better, but I did it anyways, and that could have been really, really bad.
Nope. Been there, Becca. So we were at our original house, our first house that we bought, and the cat continued to use this one corner as their litter box and kept on pissing on the drywall and everything. And I'm like, great, I got to do something with this. I can't see it anymore. And I decided to put some bleach in a spray bottle, didn't dilute it, and sprayed bleach all over the place. Next thing you know, I started seeing stars because I also created ammonia gas with that as a result.
Okay.
So I'm like, there's nothing's going to get out of this drywall. I can correct this with bleach. So in order for me to rectify it, I unfortunately had to cut the entire corner of drywall out to remove from the house because the bleach was soaked in the drywall, mix it, there's nothing to stop it. And I ended up putting an entire, probably about 3 feet tall a tile on the wall. I created a backsplash for my freaking cat so they could piss on it and not get into the drywall is what I did.
Oh, well, that's pleasant.
Oh, you solved the problem.
Yeah.
Yes, modern solutions of modern problems.
I've been like, oh, okay, this is an area where we can just piss.
Yeah.
So anybody could have gone in there and just taken a leak right in the corner of that house because I had backsplash for everybody. It was great. Sealed the grout, everything like that. It was great. But yes, I almost killed myself as well with bleach and cat piss.
Yeah, this is a warning show to anybody that's listening. That you need to be aware of the chemicals that you're putting on stuff. Apparently, because
yeah.
I can feel it too. I've been already cleaning with bleach earlier in the day, and so I was like, oh god, and so I'm not sure if I'm just just feel awful from that bleach or if it was from the poisonous gas that I partially inhaled.
Do you recognize that there was puke caked on the wall in Royce's bathroom? That's kind of where I want to go a little bit. But can you identify how long the puke was there? And who
it had definitely been a little while. So it was a really crazy puke stain too, because because I do clean that shower, but I went in there to clean it and I was like, generally if you puke, it's gonna be like the normal floor area, right?
I would think.
And so I'm just scrubbing the walls and stuff. And Steve, you've seen that shower before. At the very back of the shower, there's a ledge to sit on. And I'm like scrubbing the ledge, and I look up to kind of wipe down the wall because like that back spot should not like there shouldn't be really anything on that back wall because it's the very back wall to like the shower is like 6 foot long, right? Like there should not be anything at the very back of it. And I'm like, I'm spraying it, and I'm like scrubbing, and I look over, and I'm like, what in the fuck? And I'm not kidding you. It looked like I was actually kind of amazed and a little impressed by it because it looked more like a fountain had gone off. It was almost to the ceiling. So the normal 8-foot ceiling, like we have a little soffit there that's probably a foot, but it went almost to the very top of the soffit that's right above that shower. And I was just like down the wall, and I was like, but it was spray, and I was like, I don't even understand. And it was just on that spot.
Projectile.
But it didn't make any sense the way that it would be just there. Because like I would think like if you're going into the shower to puke, you would like turn, and so there'd be like it'd be more of a spray. I should be a cop. It'd be more of a spray pattern to the side. In fact, it seemed like a spray like I guess you have to. I don't understand how it would get that high up unless you were like standing like on the ledge and intentionally puking, because it wasn't at the back of you either. It was on the wall. If you're looking at the shower, you have the wall to your left-hand side, and then and it was on that left-hand wall all the way at the back, but not on the back wall.
Did you ask him about this then?
He wouldn't remember. I remember when he puked there, and it was like probably about a month ago he had puked, and he's not puked in actually a couple of years now. He's been pretty good.
Okay.
Or at least not continuously. But he's been pretty good, and so I remember when he had puked in the shower not too long ago.
Okay.
But I don't understand if this was taken to court, like they wouldn't be able to figure this mystery out.
If he was dead, the CSI would be like, the
forensic scientist would have no idea how that pattern.
Everything they've been taught, this didn't follow.
Yeah, it didn't. It didn't make any sense at all, and so it was quite a confusing puke stain on the wall. Right. And it wasn't bad enough that it was visible to just like if you just were looking at the shower. Because I don't know. It's very interesting.
I don't think I've created any ammonia gas lately. But growing up, me and my friends would swipe our mom's hairspray. And then we'd create flamethrowers, Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
that's a thing.
Yeah. And it didn't happen to me, but it happened to one of the guys I was with. It blew up in his hand.
Right.
Oh my God.
Nothing happened, but it did enough to scare us never to do that again. You know what I'm saying, Ryan?
I hear you, Luke, man. I hear you. I've been there, done that. Luckily, I've never had one blow up in my hand, but you got to do that quick. That party trick's got to be a quick one.
Yeah. Ryan, how about you? Any incident?
I have a whole list. I think which one should I share? And I think one that I could share is when I was planning a bachelor party for a good friend of mine, obviously. And it started out, let's go to Vegas, let's fly fighter jets. That'd be cool. It'd be fun. But that was kind of out of the budget. So we're like, well, let's go to Vegas and let's, run the NASCARs around the track a little bit. That's always a fun little bachelor party thing to do. I'm like, no, Vegas is overrated. Been there, done that. It's kind of whatever. I was like, dude, why don't we go ride some bulls somewhere? And my buddy looked at me and he's like, yeah, man, if you can figure that out, let's do that. I'm like, great. Here in Colorado, I started calling around different ranches around Colorado, and everyone's like, you got to talk to Dean. You got to talk to Dean down in Pueblo. You got to talk to Dean. I come to find out Dean raises bulls for the PBR and then takes the retired bulls back. So I call up Dean. I'm like, hey, Dean, I got about 5 guys. I want to come down and ride some bulls for a bachelor party. What do you think? He's like, yeah, Ryan, we can figure that out. I'm like, Dean, how much you think it's going to cost? So we went from $2,500 for fighter jets, $500 for running NASCARs around the track. Dean goes, oh, I don't know, Ryan, how about $25 a person? I'm like, Dean, you got a deal, man. You got a deal. So me and my 5 buddies leave Vail here. It's about a 3-hour drive down there, make a pit stop in Denver, pick up another buddy, start boozing the second we left, and get down there. And long story short, we all rode bulls that day. And none of us did very well, but we all got on our bull, got out of the chute, And at the end of it, Dean looks over and we're chatting a little bit. He's like, Ryan, I'm really proud of you guys. I'm like, Dean, why? We all suck, man. This is dumb. We're terrible, dude. He goes, no, man. He goes, all you boys rode today. Usually two, maybe one or two guys ride and the other three back out, but all you guys rode today, so I'm really proud of you. But man, I tell you, that was there's more details to the story that make it even dumber than it is. But I've done a lot of stupid stuff willingly, but that's top of the list, getting on a bull and bull ride. And I don't know how those guys do it week in and week out. Much respect to them. So
wearing a red shirt with a bullseye on it.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
It's amazing for bachelor parties what you can do. It's
right,
like,
yeah.
I want to go and shoot a panda. Oh, sure. There's a guy here to help you do that. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
It's crazy, especially in Nevada. You never know what you can find in Nevada. There's crazy shit.
Yeah.
It's like, then you start thinking about like
bachelor parties in Nevada, Tim. I don't know about shooting pandas, but I know there's some other options.
oh, it's crazy. It's like my brother and I he's like, let's go shoot some firearms. I'm like, this is the day before we're getting on an airplane. Now, granted, this is post 9/11. I'm like, yeah, I'm not about to shoot a firearm and having firearm residue all over my hands when I'm getting on an airplane. I said, I don't think that's a smart idea. And I'm like, oh, he's like, yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
Yeah. Speaking of bulls, when I was in Vegas one time, they got the mechanical bulls. I was at a club that had the mechanical bulls, and the guy who runs it, the girls would come on, he would have it. There's different ways to ride these things, right? They can make it really smooth. They can make it where it vibrates and all, and then a guy thought he'd get on there. It was all girls, all night, all girls. And then a guy gets on there and he just kicked this guy's ass. And the guy had to be taken out of there in an ambulance on a stretcher. He left on a stretcher from that adventure on the bull. Mechanical bull, by the way, not a real one like Ryan. So that's pretty well.
What do you got? Have you ever almost?
I know. I've never
did something really stupid, and you're like, "Wow, I'm lucky that I didn't die from that."
Well, when I was like 3 years old, my mom, I looked in the refrigerator and there was a bowl with what I thought was powdered sugar in there, and I grabbed the powdered sugar and I thought, I'm just going to eat it. Yeah, no, it was not cocaine. It was Arm & Hammer. It was Arm & Hammer.
Oh, nice.
Go with the fentanyl. Yes,
take a big spoon of that and eat that, and then it was just so bad.
What happened?
What
happened to what does that do to you?
Well, nothing other than it tastes terrible. And I put it back in the refrigerator. I told my mom, I said, Mommy, that powdered sugar's bad. So then she just lights into me. She's like, that could have been poison. You don't even know what you're eating. You don't grab something where you don't know what it is and all that. So then I got in trouble for that. And I blame her. She didn't tell me. This is
you were just 70s. Hungry.
I was just hungry. I thought this is a good meal here. A bunch of powdered sugar.
Whenever I'm hungry, I'm like, I just want to eat a spoonful of powdered sugar. Like that's my first. I'm like, hell yeah. I'm like, I was just hungry, Mom. All I wanted was a spoonful of sugar.
I was 3. We couldn't put together our own snacks at that age, and we didn't have microwaves back then, Becca. So I was limited in my snacking stuff. So yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So I decided to start some powdered sugar. So there you go. On that note, guess what, gang? It's time to drink. Everybody hopefully has something epic here. We're trying to make an epic show. This is the greatest thing that's ever happened in the world of bourbon ever. So the show. So let's see what everybody's got to drink. Let's start with Becca. Becca, what do you got there?
I have got our Neely Kentucky honey finish.
Okay.
Which is pretty great. This is actually honey from Gallatin County that we put in a barrel, and then
look at Tim. He's looking around trying to.
Yeah, he's like trying to figure out something cool.
Right.
He's stressing over there.
I don't think he made a good selection for the show, as big as this is. I think
this will be out in Indiana and Kentucky, and I think maybe Ohio as well.
Okay.
Hopefully pretty soon. So,
all right.
Everyone's doing the honey finish. We did 3 different barrels of it. We did the Kentucky honey finish, we had the Florida honey finish, and then we have a New York honey finish. So.
Florida.
But those are all going to different places. Florida honey finish is I think it's gonna be, some of it's gonna be sent online to a place, but some of it is in Florida. An online the whiskey library.
To a place.
The whiskey library.
That's insightful.
They're getting some of it. The whiskey library.
Okay.
I don't think you can order it specifically from them. They just put together sample packs of bottles.
Okay.
So you can't. That's what I'm saying. A place, because you won't know if you can't order it. But Florida does have some down. South Florida has some of the Florida honey. New York, I think, is going to get the New York honey, and then Kentucky gets the Kentucky honey. So
okay,
fresh top.
Okay, that's as solid as can be right there. I can't imagine that
winner,
not
folks.
winning. I can't imagine that not winning. We'll see what happens. Yeah, Luke, you're next.
All right. Since this is an epic show, I thought I'd do an epic bottle.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see that, Ryan, but it is a
Wow.
Navy SEAL.
Nice, yeah, absolutely.
He's ready to go.
It was actually given to me by a retired Lieutenant General, Mike Oates. It's J. Mattingly, 1845, double staved.
Okay.
Great.
Okay. Not a lot going on there, Luke, unfortunately. A great bottle, but Becca clearly has the lead. We're going to hold on to Tim's because he did end up securing something else. I'll go next. I've got Stag. I would normally call this Stag Junior, but this is an epic show. I'm not going to tell the audience that it's Stag Junior. I'm just going to say it's Stag because that's, to me, elevated.
In essence, by you saying you didn't tell him, you actually told him though. Actually, so
well, thank you for no. You just told him. I didn't say anything. I just was like, oh, they could just imagine that. But so act like Ryan didn't say that, folks. This is Stag. Remember, this is Stag. I'm enjoying here for an epic show. Let's see what we got. That was actually really good. God, that could be enough to win most of these things. I do feel like Becca got me, though, so I'm bummed about that. That'll probably be my best cork pop of the night and wasted effort for sure. So, Ryan, but it was epic for the show. So
it was. Two good ones, but I agree. I think
I stepped up. I stepped up. All right, Ryan, you're next.
Just coincidentally, I pulled this bottle when we were getting ready, and it's the old Dicko Leopold Brothers collaboration. So
okay, that's pretty epic.
Kind of an epic bottle. 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Actually,
for Ryan, we heard something that's pretty epic. So yeah, that was.
We heard his moan. Yes.
Yeah. Not enough to.
I never want to hear Ryan's moan.
Right.
We didn't get an O face, but we got the moan. Yes,
right, that's true. That's true. The other good thing, if Gokin would have been there in anticipation of Chelsea coming there, if he would have passed out from the chemicals, he'd have come in and give you mouth to mouth, Becca.
Yeah, that could have been something. What's funny is Royce was gone all day today. Great alibi, but they would have found me dead on the floor. Oh yeah, and he was literally gone all day.
He'd be all over true crime and stuff like that. That was just set up. That was just set up so he killed her, and then just like, I wasn't there all day. Of course, everybody would be like, yeah, right, buddy, yeah. For sure. Yeah, well, you're going to tell me here's Becca with chemicals that don't go together in a. We've got your DNA from vomit after you saw your wife die. Buddy.
Exactly. Yeah, like who's dumb enough to mix those chemicals together? Like that'd be idiotic. There's no way that I would have done that.
He'd already be arrested right now. Right now he'd be in jail and he'd never get out. So women would be filling his commissary with money. He'd be the hot Kentucky killer or something, would be
the Kentucky killer.
The Kentucky killer. He'd get a nickname, and then ladies would be writing to him and stuff. So
Kentucky killer distiller.
Yeah, it was funny when they got. He was with one of his buddies when they got back down here they were gone from like 10 a.m. till like literally just like an hour ago. And his buddy came in the door first and just went right into the bathroom, so he would have found me dead in that shower too.
Yeah.
So
they would have been like, So coincidentally, your buddy finds it, not you.
Yeah, not right. Why would Royce let someone else walk into his house first?
Right. Always an arm's length away. Always got to be an arm's length away.
Oh, see, I didn't do it. See, you found her body first.
Right, yeah. Convenient, sir.
Convenient. Bardstown has nothing on you because Sparta has a killer.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
Could have happened.
The Kentucky distiller
I lucked
killer.
out.
Yeah.
Glad you're with us, Becca.
All right. Swite, your last but not least, Becca has the lead. This show's epic, I'm telling you.
This is
biggest thing's ever happened to Bourbon, I'm telling you. It's huge.
June 12th.
I frantically went and tried to look at the bottles that I have down here in my little new podcasting room, and I got a bottle of Trackside Distilling Company, but that's the Founders release, the 2025, the Founders release, which is important, not the standard shelfie. Founders release, coming in at 107.
Okay,
all right, Swite on the set.
Okay, wow, that was also epic for him. I mean, that's as good as it gets from him. But no, Becca takes this one. She wins on the most epic thing to ever happen on June 12th. Cheers.
It was an epic everyone. Opening.
All right, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, this crazy epic show just continues. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of executive bourbon steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your executive bourbon steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your executive bourbon steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show.
Hello, this is Jeff from Iowa, and you're listening to the Bourbon Daily with Steve and Miss Becca Sue.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today is a big day in bourbon. June 12th.
June 12th. This show will be known in infamy for the greatest thing that ever happened in the world of bourbon on this date. So, yeah.
Did you ever look up things that have happened on June 12th?
Yeah, I don't really get anything. I mean, I'd love to put something. And, these days, I mean, when I started this was pre-AI or anything like that. So a lot of it I put together on my own, just researching things. But then once AI comes along, you can say, hey, look, comb through everything and tell me everything that's ever happened in bourbon in the month of June. And it'll do that. And I'm like, give me the dates. And then, you can scrub and go through that. But, nothing happens on June 12th.
Well, this is a big thing. Ronald Reagan asked Gorbachev to tear down the wall.
Yes. Not a big thing in bourbon, but a big thing.
No, but just in general, big things. I was just wondering.
It's not like nothing's ever happened on June 12th. That's
there's really
tear down that wall.
Tear down that wall is a pretty big one there.
That is quoted millions of times, I would say.
Yeah. But there's actually just not.
Yeah.
Even birthdays. Right. George Bush, regular George Bush.
George
born.
Bush Light.
Anne Frank was born.
Anne Frank, yeah.
Roy Harper. I don't know who that is.
I don't even know who that is.
Becca, what you may not find on there, though, is in Bourbon Daily lore, I have been diligently doing my research and going back in the annals of history.
What are some other shows we've done, just for comparison's sake, please?
Well, we're gonna go most recent to the end. So let's go with June 12th, 2025. It was the Kentucky Bourbon Festival is doing 91 barrel picks this year. It was a PSA announcement.
This show's
covered by Steve McNew, Jeff, Katie, and Joe.
Okay.
So June 12th, 2024, that's episode number 2802, is the Bourbon Whiskey Roundtable discussion, What's Happening in Colorado, where our own Ryan Thompson was on that show with Steve, Miss Becca Sue, Luke Otero, and Lenny Eckstein.
Whoa.
Wow. Full circle. All right.
I do remember that date when we finished that. As the show ended, I was like, "Ooh, that was a stinker."
Yes, that was a flame out.
I'm like, maybe one day we will make a show big enough for this date that'll be better. But we did what we could.
What else is on this one?
We have episode number 2437, Bourbon Whiskey Roundtable Discussion, what it's like to be a distributor with Luke Otero of Santa Fe Wine Experience.
Who else was on the show?
Steve McNew, Kathy Cool, and Katie Joyce talk to Luke Otero.
Luke loves June 12th.
Luke is a big June 12th fan.
Yes, he's the godfather of June 12th.
If you tell me that Luke's on another one of these, I'm going to lose my mind.
Be patient, Becca. June 12th, 2022, episode 2074. It's a best of Bourbon Daily, an early McNew show.
Okay.
In this special Best of the Bourbon Daily presentation, the group revisits an early McNew show where they're discussing the 2017 antique collection from Buffalo Trace.
Okay. That could be the one where she fell off her chair and couldn't get back up and was just yelling as the announcer from the floor.
I believe that's correct, yes.
I think that's the one. So yeah.
Yes. So now let's go to June 12th, 2021. This is a bonus show, Bourbon Survivors Season 4. This is with Steve, Miss Becca Sue, OJ, Turner, John, and Luke Otero.
What are the chances?
Yeah, he's
to
been
complete a round of Bourbon Survivor.
The best of is not a live show. That's just a repeat of a show. So I was probably on vacation or something and couldn't do it that week. So Luke's been on every June 12th show so far.
How far back did you go here, Tim?
I went to 2019, so I got two more.
Okay.
June 12th, 2020, Rate My Bourbon Whiskey Collection with a former person on the Bourbon Daily that hasn't been around in a long time. With Christy Atkinson. Those with Steve McNew, Corey, and Bo. And then, but I think the most important date here, though, this is one, episode number 628, another Rate My Bourbon Collection from June 12th, 2019, the infamous Bo Cumberland show.
Oh, yeah.
That one is a listener.
That one was pretty big. That
was a big one.
Well, because he had sample bottles. He just had samples that he got, and he's like, "Oh, rate me on this." Yeah.
That's when Bo decided he hated me. Who else was on that show with us?
I'm pulling it up now without my stupid keyboard typing. So, one moment, please.
Okay,
who was on that one? I don't remember.
But
that one was when Bo decided that he hated me.
Yeah, Bo didn't like him.
Bo hated me. So from 2019.
Words, Becca.
Yes, so it was Steve, Miss Becca Sue, Royce, and Jeff rate Bo Cumberland's bourbon collection.
Jeff?
Jeff from Iowa.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Jeff from Iowa. He reached out to me recently, so he said he still listens. So
does he really?
Shout out to Jeff.
I had someone shout out to these guys. They came to the distillery. I should have asked his name. But he came in the distillery the other day, and they got some bottles, and I had just happened to be there, and I went up front, and I was like, "Oh, hey, what can I help you guys with?" And he's like, "I listen to the shows." He's like, "Weird hearing your voice and seeing you." And he was like, he was sad that the show's gonna be over, and he said he just loves it when I yell at you.
Okay, personally?
I said, yeah, he said, I love it when you're yelling at Steve. I said, Steve always fucking deserves it. So
highlight he goes with, huh?
And I said, you know what's funny? I was like, you know what's hilarious is that Steve keeps on talking about his retirement. I'm like, I'm being fired. I'm being laid off from my job. And Steve just all, woe is me, guys. I'm being retired. I'm being fired, man. I'm getting fucking booted out.
Becca, we all feel the same. Steve gets to have his retirement brouhaha. Everybody coming to the altar of Steve, and we're getting cast aside.
Everyone's bringing him stuff. They're writing up nice posts about, oh man, I love Steve so much. Blah blah blah. Here's a bottle of alcohol for you, Steve. Blah blah blah. We love you so much. I've not seen a single boy. I'm sure gonna miss Miss Becca Sue and McNew and Justine. I haven't received a single retirement bottle because guess what? You don't get anything when you get fired. I don't even get a severance package.
You might just have to start your own, Becca.
Yeah.
There you go.
How do you think I feel next June 12th?
Right. What's he going to be doing on June 12th?
Point, Luke. It's a real good point.
He's had a standing date since, what, 2020 or whatever there? Yeah, this guy's been, putting shows out. That's amazing. I had no idea about that. So thank you for doing the research there, Tim. That's hilarious. That is hilarious stuff.
I'm trying to go back further. I can't find it. They time out on how far back I can go. I have to go to different websites. But yeah,
okay.
all I can get to is that Bo Cumberland show. It's great.
The Bo one was probably the most epic one. That is one of the most epic shows that we've ever done.
Until this one today.
This
one today is bigger, of course.
Yes.
Guys, I have been hard at work over here pinning a new poem in honor of the June 12th show. Can I share it with you?
Okay, yeah. We would love to hear it.
It's just 8 bars, so be patient here.
Okay.
June 12th ignites the barrel, history poured neat. The Bourbon Daily rises, no rival can compete. Steve Akeley at the helm, the signal cutting through, with Ryan, Tim, and Luke, each voice sharp and true. Miss Becca Sue brings fire, a spark in every line. They swirl the glass of culture, age deep in time. This drop will echo loud through Rickhouse, Hart, and Hall. The greatest day in bourbon. This podcast crowns it all.
Cheers!
Holy shit, Ryan! Way to land the plane!
This is the first time in Bourbon Daily history that someone has wrote a poem during the show about the show.
This show is the most epic thing ever. It is amazing. It just is. What a day on June 12th. People will be looking back at this moment and be like, wow. What a day!
This was it, the tippy top.
That's it. We're gonna end on that note because that's a highlight right there.
There's and you're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Top that. It really is.
All right. On that note, let's talk about where people can find us. Tim, we're going to start with you. Where can people find you?
Just humbled to be on this epic show in this moment of history. You can follow me with all the tears of joy and grandeur at Instagram at SwyGuy2112, on YouTube at our flagship whiskey, and on the RushCreekDistilling.com's curated barrel experience page.
All right, Luke.
You can find us on Instagram at Santa Fe Boutique Wines, and you can find me on LinkedIn.
All right, Ryan.
Celebrating June 12th with Luke next year in New Mexico, I think.
There it is.
Across all socials at 10th MTN Whiskey, and our website's 10thwhiskey.com. That's 10th whiskey with an E.
Miss Becca Sue.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram, and now on what is it? Where's the one where you get hired at?
Well, it's a lot better than being found there than dead in your shower, scraping puke off it, being killed by ammonia gas.
That's fair. True, yeah. True. You can find me on those platforms at Miss Becca Sue, 1K, no C's.
All right, a couple things about today's show. On June 12th, because we record in advance, on June 12th, I'm doing a barrel pick. I'm going to make sure nothing epic happens. I'm going to be like, I don't want it to be bigger than this. And so that's definitely worth of note. And this is going in the book. It's going to be official. I mean, I write my own books and I publish them, so I get final decisions what goes in there. So this is going to be in there.
Great,
right?
Which is amazing.
This
is amazing. So people will be listening to the show. They'll be like, "Wow, I gotta hear that thing." But I feel like we stepped up to match what I think should be an epic show. So there you go. For me, I'm an easy guy to find at Steve Akeley across all social media. ABVNetwork.com. That's where you can find the content that we have out there. You maybe want to go listen to old June 12th shows. And then ABVBarrelShop.com is where we've got everything about the Barrel Shop. Miss Becca Sue, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I just like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. If you like what we're doing with you, please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For our audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
See you, everyone.
Yep. Later.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.